Hi there, Kim Stevens here in the Fox 26 newsroom. And we've been talking about really high temperatures taking us well through next week, but certainly through this 4th of July holiday weekend. And yes, we've been talking about how to stay cool and to protect yourself when it comes to heat related illness. But another thing that we really need to talk about is how to protect yourself from domestic violence. I was looking on social media on X just this morning, and I saw the Marjaree Mason Center of Fresno posted something, I believe it was yesterday, that said during the summer months, domestic violence incidents go up 40% in the summer. But then when you think about the excessive heat that is coming up, that is here, and then is going to be staying for a while, it really made me concerned. So I came in to ask Ashley Wolf from the Marjaree Mason Center to join us and give us some insight into what you've learned in all the times you've been helping women in our community. So Ashley, thank you very much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's definitely an important topic, and we're happy to let those watching know what resources are available to them.
All right, well, first let's talk about, are you concerned at Marjaree Mason that with this excessive heat, more incidents of domestic violence could occur?
Yeah, every year our staff, we're all excited for the summer. We have summer vacations, we have breaks, we have time with our families. But for our staff and for those who are in an unsafe home, the summer can be a very scary time because this is a trend we see every year. And as you mentioned, last year, law enforcement offenses increased by 40% from May to July. And 1 week in July, we had last year 225 reports from law enforcement in Fresno County, which is really just a very scary number when you're talking about 7 days in one community.
You know, I think we all can understand that we get we get uncomfortable. We know how we might get insensitive. We might have a shorter fuse when we get hot. But that will never, that's never an allowance to hurt someone. What is the mindset? Help us better understand what is happening here.
Well, these are already unhealthy relationships. These are already relationships in which violence may already be taking place, or that there are just unhealthy behaviors being exhibited. And so similar to alcohol, the heat absolutely is not an excuse, but it's an accelerator. Everyone's grouchy, everyone's confined to small spaces. And so if you're in that unhealthy relationship, the heat is an accelerator to that violence that's going to take place. And we want people to know that the Marjaree Mason Center is there to help.
And so what do you recommend to someone who is in a situation like that?
So first and foremost, if you feel unsafe in your home or in a situation or in a relationship, our 24/7 hotline is completely confidential. You can call and talk to somebody to gain advice and really kind of break down whatever you might be feeling. But secondly is we encourage our clients to really safety plan, to have a plan in place. If you think that something is getting to a point that you are in danger, what you absolutely need to grab to get out of the house. Is there somewhere you can go, a family member, a neighbor that's safe? And always, if you think you are at risk, please call 911 if you feel you're in danger. You don't put yourself in a situation that you're later going to regret.
A lot of times the abused have the abuser watching everything they do. They have really very little to no privacy. You know, if they wanted to make that phone call, they may not be able to without the abuser knowing about that call. Is there any other advice you might have for someone who really wants to connect with Marjaree Mason?
Absolutely. Our hotline can also be reached via email at help@mmcenter.org. And that's available 24/7. We have staff responding to these emails and answering those phone calls all day long. And they can help guide you through whatever support you might need in that moment.
Okay. How do there are a lot of times that an abused person might say, well, I shouldn't have laughed when, he or she did this to me. Or I might have just overstepped. Maybe I'm the one who fell down the stairs or fell into maybe this is my fault. What do you say to people who are thinking that?
That's called gaslighting, and it's a very real form of abuse. And that's why our 24/7 hotline is available, because sometimes you're in a situation where you just don't know and you need to talk to somebody. And this is a confidential, safe space for you to unpack what you might be feeling. And we really just encourage people to know that you're not alone. This affects so many people in our community. Marjorie Mason Center served over 8,000 adults and children last year, and this is why we're here.
Well, Ashley, thank you so very much for your time today, and for reminding us that this is a resource that should never be forgotten. It can be a simple phone call for information, maybe to help somebody empower themselves first before they take another step that they feel is just a very big one that they're not ready for. But knowing that they're not alone, isn't that the key, right?
Absolutely, they are not alone.
All right. Ashley, thank you very much. And we certainly do wish everyone a safe time during this heat. Same to you. Have a good holiday.
Absolutely, you too.
This is Kim Stevens reporting here at Fox 26 News.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.